So it has become abundantly clear now that Marvel has lost their completely freaking minds. It just completely lost it. Now apparently Marvel wants to start injecting Kamala Khan into key elements of the X-Men's past stories and make this canon. Why? Because they refuse to understand. Nobody cares about Ms. Marvel, aka Kamala Khan. And they just don't want to let it go. We get into this so you'll understand. This article here from Bounding into Comics. Marvel Comics to completely wreck and reassemble mutant canon in upcoming giant-size X-Men 50th anniversary event. Will rewrite Kamala Khan into classic storylines like Dark Phoenix and House of M. So yes, apparently Kamala Khan is going to get thrown into the Dark Phoenix Saga, House of M, and pretty much every other major event in X-Men history, because this is what happens. I said it before, I say again. Marvel seems determined to think that, let's follow the MCU and make this our priority, that the MCU is now the most important Marvel thing out there. Because they decided to turn Kamala Khan into a mutant in the MCU, they decided to turn her into a mutant in comics. Because she was an inhuman before, that never got over. That never got over. The character that's always depicted having these giant hands, that was it. And now they just said, you know what? Let's make her a mutant and start putting her into things she has no business being in. And completely piss all over 60 odd years of great storytelling. Yeah. Just when it felt like the publisher couldn't get any more creatively desperate, Marvel Comics has announced that this summer they'll be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Giant Size X-Men Volume 1 by throwing Kamala Khan into the time stream and having her canonically added into some of the titular team's most iconic moments. Why? That's my question. Why? How do you wake up one day and say, you know what would be really interesting? For giant size X-Men number 50th anniversary, let's put Kamala Khan in there. Who has ever asked for that? They literally killed off Kamala Khan in Spider-Man because she didn't have an ongoing series. Nobody gave a crap. Literally nobody cared. I don't think it was possible for anybody to care less than they actually did. They then brought her back like 3 weeks later and still nobody cared. Literally nobody cared. They put her in NYX and nobody gives a shit. That book is horrible. Absolutely horrible. I literally reviewed issue 1 of it and I never went back. It's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. But no, you want to take Kamala Khan and put her in Dark Phoenix and House of M. Why? What are you, allergic to money? Oh God, boy. Said to be penned by Venom War Spider-Man Volume 1 writing duo Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzig. Why do they keep giving these two work? I don't understand. Colin Kelly and Jackson Lanzig cannot write ongoing anything. They keep screwing up things that they have written. Why do they keep giving the two of them ongoing work? And why do they always put them to work together? Maybe if you split them up and have them work with somebody else, then again, there are much competent people out there. No, but maybe that would actually have some kind of, effect. But you keep putting these two together, and you keep writing crap, and you keep giving them work. So literally now in comics, you just fail upwards. With art from iconic Wolverine Volume 2 penciler Adam Kubert, the upcoming and eponymously named Giant Size X-Men event will see the aforementioned Ms. Marvel, her mutant identity revealed at the end of the Krakoa era. Great. sucked into the past and introduced to four pivotal moments across mutant history: the first emergence of Krakoa, the Dark Phoenix Saga, the Age of Apocalypse, and the House of M. Yes, because everybody has always said we want Kamala there when Krakoa first shows up. The Dark Phoenix Saga was missing her, so we should bring that in there. The Age of Apocalypse. You know what the Age of Apocalypse really needed? Kamala Khan and the House of M. We should have Kamala Khan come in and save the day in House of M. That's what we wanted. Yes, that's what we all wanted. God in heavens. I mean, a giant size X-Men and all them there. And here's Kamala Khan front. And every time you see this character, always with over these giant hands. That's it. That's all she was, always with these giant hands. Just really ridiculous. As I explained my Marvel Comics in an official press release, I wonder what those idiots had to say. Upon arriving in each of these time periods, the young heroine will not only be added into the respective stories' canon narrative, but also uncover mysteries long buried and secrets that will define the future of Marvel's mutants. So no, so she's not just going to show up there for just a camera, or this is just going to be some one-off site. So, they're literally trying to make this canon. So she will now be and forever be a part of these stories. Now, for those of us who care and who have sense, could easily just go back and read it so that let's forget she was ever there. But Marvel is determined to cement her place there. So everything moving forward, though, she will have been a part of it in those iconic storylines. That's what they want. Ever since she discovered she was a mutant, Kamala Khan has been balancing her previous life as Ms. Marvel with her role as a leader in the new community. But her conflicted identity has come at a deep personal cost. Now pulled into the distant past by an unhinged villain with deep ties to mutant history, Ms. Marvel will witness the iconic birth of the uncanny X-Men and their first encounter with Krakoa from an all-new, all-different perspective. But when history begins to change, can either Kamala Khan or the X-Men themselves survive the experience? You see, the problem with Kamala Khan, you keep telling us she's really amazing, but you do nothing to show it. The character has some ridiculous powers, and all she does is just, you go and just keep acting like, okay, she's facing discrimination and racism and all that. While every time you try to make a story wrong, like just basically her telling everybody how absolutely amazing she is and all these amazing things she can do. And that's it. And nobody wants that. People actually want to see these things and these great stories, but you have nothing you could tell with Kamala Khan. So now your plan is to just shoehorn her back into the past of X-Men stories and then say, well, you know what, this is actually going to be canon moving forward. Like, what is wrong with you? Consisting of 5 issues total, each entry in a giant-size X-Men event will also feature an anthology of backup stories of X-Men creators past and present, starting with X-Men Red Volume 1 writer Al Ewing and Scarlet Witch Volume 3 artist Sarah Kelly, the pair of whom will work together to introduce the X-Men that never was. Oh, God. In other words, it looks like Kamala Khan will soon be considered an integral part of the X-Men's deep history. Yeah, because when you have decided that your books are not selling less enough, let's do this, and that will really make them fall right into the gutter. No hype tease, Lansing and Kelly. Every issue of Giant Size is here to blow your mind and break your heart and literally make you save your money because you wouldn't be buying that. Mutant Kind is the grandest, most sprawling canvas in the Marvel canon. Moreover, it's the one the hive mind has been arguing and geeking out about since we were teenagers at our local comic shop. Then why are you determined to destroy it? Now, alongside the absolute legend Adam Kubert, and three more of the best artists in the industry were poised to completely wreck and reassemble the history of the X-Men of it with our favorite hero Kamala Khan front and center. So you're literally out there bragging that you want to completely wreck and reassemble the history of the X-Men by injecting Kamala Khan and using our favorite hero Kamala Khan is crap because even you don't like her. We know that. Come on. It's an honor, a joy, and a huge responsibility. Free Comic Book Day 2025 Giant Size X-Men #1 is just a taste. What comes next will be marvelous. So you're literally saying this is going to be an honor and a joy to do this. I tell you, I don't know. I tell you, Marvel has really lost their damn mind. But this is what we're getting here, the giant size X-Men. The past isn't set in stone, the future is up for grabs. This is why that's done here. Giant size X-Men #1. Witness history's first fracture as Kamala Khan is pulled into the X-Men's past. Then we have giant size Dark Phoenix Saga #1. A new revelation about Jean Grey's fate could change everything. Giant size Age of Apocalypse #1. Reality is warping. Is this the world Apocalypse was always meant to rule? And giant size House of M #1. Mutants rule supreme, but at what cost? Kamala must face Magneto. Giant size X-Men #2. The shocking finale redefines mutant history forever. Now they only mention Kamala Khan twice here. The first one and then with House of M. But she's going to be in all of these. All of these she's going to be in, and they've decided to make her canon now. That's how badly Marvel wants to destroy whatever little credibility they have left. As noted by the writing duo, Kamala Khan's time tour officially kicks off on May 3rd in the Free Comic Book Day 2025 Fantastic Four Giant Size X-Men #1 special, after which it will kick into full gear a few weeks later in Giant Size X-Men Volume 3 #1 due to hit shelves on May 28th. So yeah, so this is what Marvel is going to be doing. Kamala Khan is going to be thrown back in time to engage some of the mutants' greatest story. She's going to officially be there now. Why? This character continues to fail. They literally did a video game around her that crashed and burned so hard, people try to forget about it. Her Disney Plus series is one of the worst rated ever. When it comes to the MCU series, it's absolute ridiculous nonsense. They put it on ABC and people still refuse to watch it. Every comic book that they put out for her gets cancelled almost immediately. Nobody likes the character in anything that you do. You can't tell a single decent, good story about Kamala Khan. But now you want to shoehorn her into the X-Men's past and say, you know what? She's always been important. People are idiots. Absolute idiots. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.